Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Stalker. This is episode 82. We are picking up where we left off, getting to the farmhouse, and we are not that far away from where we need to be. We need to go up to the other pepper cache to go get the second stage of our quest with Sutherland. How much water do we have? Let's take one. Don't think we need to take care of anything here. I think the one thing we do need to do is we need to hunt ptarmigans. We need ptarmigan feathers. Oh, I'm sorry that's so boring, Astrid. Oh, we need to drop this off too. That's the other thing here. We got a cabinet full of this kind of stuff. So where were we putting it? Where were we putting that at? That's right, we did put a bed down here. Here we go. Here's the cartridges. I knew there was like a spot in it. Look at that. 120. Okay. And then some of that. Okay. So we need to make some fire hardened arrows, and we need to get some ptarmigans. Even if it's just one or two. We need a ton of feathers to make that bed. And so we're going to need a couple of regular feathers too. Oh, we got 80 in here. I'm going to take 10 of those. All right. 13 regular arrows, I think, is plenty. All right, let's see what the weather looks like. Let's say it's good enough. If it turns extremely ugly, we'll stop somewhere and light a fire and make those arrows. We're heading to a stocked cache anyway, so there'll be plenty of food. So you'd even take a nap there, it looks like. Getting a little tired. I think the interesting part of this is going to be the next trip, because we're going to have to go hunt down which of the bunkers we need to go to, so don't know which way to go first. I think Bleak Inlet would probably be the best first choice. Hey, the snow stop? No, just a bridge. Yeah, because we could go from Coastal Highway when we get the third deal. Go to Ravine, shimmy down, and go look at that bunker up there. And then either climb back out and go through Mystery Lake into Milton, or we shimmy out, go into Forland Muskeg, and head that way. We may not have to make that choice. We may get into Bleak Inlet, and that will be where we need to be. And in that case, we climb our way back out and head back to Coastal. So, I guess we'll find out. Grab a couple of those, because I have a feeling we're going to need to start a fire. Because we need to find ptarmigans. I know of one flock that's up here just past the plane crash. Get lucky enough to get a couple of those while we're here. We'll make it a priority, but we might as well be prepared to hunt them as we find them, because we're going to be milling about. I think it's the only thing really holding up, making that bearskin bed for Coastal Highway area. See if our little feather factory has produced anything. It got one at least. Two. All right. Oh, wait. We got our three. Cue the dramatic music. All right, I think I'm going to start a fire in here. And we craft our arrows. Because we still got some daylight, and I'm thinking we're just going to sleep over in the bunker. Oops, let's do this right. Yeah, sure. Except use the torch. Almost try to light that with a match. Not that it matters, I don't think. I think we're pretty high on the fire end. I don't think we've gotten 5 yet. Still lighting kind of slow. I think we're past 3. Take a peek here. Sometimes you play so many characters. Like I've got hand luggage going. I've got Grimloper going. Then I started an interloper run that I'm not recording. I just did that kind of pastime during some stressful time we've had here. So let's craft. We do another round. Oh, well. I'm glad we got the axe with this. Alright. We're out of sticks. You know what? No, let me go see if I can find some sticks here. I'm such a wonderful shot, I'll probably break all of these. I might as well make a hefty amount here. I wouldn't be surprised if I could break 2/3 of them trying to get enough feathers to make this silly bed. Alright. I think we're going to have just enough time. Go ahead and make water again. Craft. Go. Then we'll head over to the bunker. That up. That was a horrible torch. I was thinking about going over and seeing if the ptarmigans are there, but I don't know if the weather's going to change that thought process. Plus, they're hard enough to see as it is. So, I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to wait. Use a couple more sticks here. Seeing how we used them all up.
God, I'd eat anything right about now.
Alright, we'll feed you when we get to the bunker. I was trying to listen to see if there was a bear over here. Yeah, I don't see him. So we could be safe for the moment. If he spawns here. I don't even see footprints, so it might be alright. Up the hill, Aster. Let's not get a sprain. There we go. Alright. All kinds of goodies here. Snares, matches. All right, where's our loose bricks?
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Ooh. Hunter's revolver.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Yeah. Stuff for a new bow. How's our bow already? 72? Yeah, we're good. More cured guts.
I can use this.
There you go. There's some fine eating. It's really early for you to be this tired, Astrid. Got 2 arrowheads. Let's make sure we're not going to do anything foolish here. Like lose well fed because we didn't take 5 seconds to check. All right, let's craft arrow shafts. She's got plenty of time. I see we've got tools here. So let's do that. Oh, here you go. Drink
This will
that.
come in handy.
Oh, it's 0%. So we have to do this the hard way. There you go. Might have enough time. So craft simple arrow. 45 minutes. I mean, we're here. Being tired doesn't change any of this. Oh, we're out of crow feathers.
I think I can use this.
Well, yeah, let's use it. Let's see if we can find some more crow feathers. Wow, that deer looks awful. Oh, got wolf pelt. Tell you what, let's drag out that water. Hey, there are feathers here. Okay, that's what we needed, right? Yep. All right. Extinguish you. Gonna be tight. See what we can do here.
I'm so tired I could lay down right here.
There you go. Now we got 2 more arrows. I like that. That's better. 15 of those. 9 of those. All right. Now, let's have a beef jerky dinner. Just gonna eat them all. There you go. Drink. And let's sleep for 10 hours. And hope we get to morning. slept with your bow. Hey, got an aurora going on. Climbing stop. How are our climbing stops? 82, 85. What about you guys?
Hope nobody
Nope,
needs this anymore.
you're in bad shape. Work pants. Newsprint. Books. Tell you what, I'll take a book. Now. Chamber pot. Gotta think that most of these buckets are for chamber pots, because there's just not enough outhouses around these places. Alright, sleep for 2 more hours. I have made this argument over and over again because I find it's just ironically funny that there is absolutely no toilets in Desolation Point. So there must be a ton of buckets over there. Next time we go to Desolation Point, we'll have to do a search. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Where'd you go? Just gonna set you over here. Alright. I think we're good to go. We got what we came here for. I'm not gonna rob much anything else out of here. If we need stuff, I know it's over here. We've got stuff to do more arrows and a bow. Got a few hides over here. We've got good notes on this place. Oh, look at all these arrows. And a bow. We'll leave all of that alone. Tell you what, I'll take the broken one. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll trade you the broken one for this one. Okay? It's a little beat up. But now, if for some reason we were to cheat death, we know we could come here and get a bow and 5 arrows. Snares, gloves, and some clothing. Hey, that turned out to be a nice day. All right. I'm going to swing around this way towards the hunter blind. Let's see if those ptarmigans are there, and if not, we will move along. I mean, realistically, we could head back, so we could just work our way this way. We don't have to go back by the farmhouse and go down that by the airplane. We could actually take this way around. We do manage to get a couple of these ptarmigans. I'm gonna take the time. I think I need to make some broth. 'Cause that's one of the other things too. I see a lot of these, you know, the recipes and some of the stews and stuff. And again, you don't mess with that too much when you're playing Dead World. And even in Grimloper so far, we've been fighting to get a bow started for a while now. So we don't get to play with all these other things, and that's kind of what the Stalker run was meant to be. It was meant to experience some of these parts of the game that we maybe aren't experiencing. Might even be more difficulty and interloper that I'm thinking. I mean, you could probably do some of them, but I don't know that you could experience all of them. Alright, let's I I hear them. That doesn't mean they're there, but I hear them. Let's see if we can see them here. Oh, they're right there. Okay. You can hear them. Properly hear them. I think they're in the ambient so bad. Okay, cook level 5, harvesting 5, archery 5, right? Okay. Need work on, yeah, fire starting's not quite there. Are there some over there? I hear them to my right. I can see them here. I would love to get as many as I can. I wonder if it's just echoing in the sound. Okay. It's like I can keep hearing them to the right here. We got one. Ooh, over his head. We got 2. 3. Come on. We're not doing too bad here. Is there another flock of them? I'm going to go up here and take a look, because I swear I'm hearing them over here, but we know the game teases us with this. And the crows aren't helping any. Well, if we get a blizzard day, we'll have plenty to do. Just pluck feathers. Are there any up here? Nope. I certainly thinking I'm hearing them. Yeah, Wolfie's all excited about it. Oh, wait, there are more. I did hear one over here. I wasn't crazy. All right, let's get Wolf off of us. Thought I was losing my marbles. Kept hearing one on this side. Oh, way high. It's an odd angle. All right, stop. There we go. Broke that one. Now Wolfie's gonna be right all in our business here. Change those out. Let's not make that mistake. See 2 wolves. All right. I'll walk you as long as you want to walk. There we go. Get on behind me. You got everybody excited about the way I smell. All right. You just keep following there, buddy. the point of disagreement? What happened here? Crowbar. I'm really hopeful that in Black Cross they take some of the lessons learned from, the lengthy development time of this game and how they already have lore and story written into some of this stuff, that it continues. And I'd like to see them continue it with little tidbits of things from diaries to, you know, smartphones that work in the Aurora that show us, text messages that were last sent just before the phones died. Maybe something as silly as a message in a bottle washed up on shore. Ooh, here's another one. All right, buddy. You and I have come to a point of disagreement. Oh, okay. I don't know why you did that, but okay. Now, we're going to play a dangerous game of switching our arrows out. But if I can grab some more of you guys, why not? I already stink. You can't get any more than 3 stink lines, so what's the difference here? So, right, center mass. Still trying to get the hang of these arrows. All right, switch them now. Be a good time for the bear to be here. Yep. How did I know? How do we deal with him? So far, he's just not interested in our smell. I figured he'd be all over us. I think at this point I could probably sprint. He can just follow us. Unless he's still stuck on... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Just need him behind us. Is that another ptarmigan? I'll be damned if it ain't. Where's he at? I can't believe my luck on this. I was figuring maybe 1 or 2. Okay, dog ran because of the bear. Oh. Oh, you're high. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't trust him either. Okay, switch. Ooh. Mr. Bear still following us? No, okay. How many of these things did I get? I'm curious now. 2, 4, 6. I got 7. We can make the bed now. I really thought this was going to take like several little trips and grab one here, one there, 1 or 2. I'm glad I made as many of those fire hardened arrows though. We have broke 2 at least. But that archery 5 really pays off. I'm gonna have to do that. Grimloper is gonna be so tied to that. It's the only way we're gonna long-term survival in it. Because everything runs away from you, so you're gonna do a lot of like pot shots at things. At least the bears and the deer bleed out. I don't believe there's. I think the moose are omitted from that. I'd have to look at the rules again. It's been a while since I've read through the rules. I don't think there's moose in it. Like we've been here before. Alright, I think we're going to do the same thing that we did last time. And that is we will just walk right over to Misanthropes and we will drop. I hear more crows. Oh, way up there. Interesting. I don't know if I've been way up there. No, we're going to go to Misanthropes. We're going to drop off the little box. I'm assuming it will trigger an Aurora. We have seen that as a repeatable thing so far. We'll give Sutherland another talk. We will trade again. I see snow flurries. And I think I'm going to start with Bleak Inlet. I think that is my go-to, because I think that's the closest possible one. And then from there, we will search outwardly. We'll figure out what our game of plan of escaping Bleak Inlet, getting into Milton, and then Hush River Valley. Might decide to make a couple more arrows. Where are you at, buddy? Oh, we're up there. You enjoy that rabbit. I'll be walking out of the neighborhood. Yeah, if I got the supplies to do it before we head back out, might get our arrow count up just a little higher. Maybe get to about a dozen. 10 would be good. My aim is just enough that I don't trust it. Definitely seeing an improvement. I will admit my own deal with that. Definitely seeing some improvements. And it's my own fault. I mean, if I'd have been playing Stalker and forcing myself to use the bow, it wouldn't be an issue. But you get to carrying the handguns around or whatever, you just use them. And even early on in this run, I was leaning on them more than I do now. I don't know that I'm going to even bother carrying the handgun anymore. I think we're just going to stick with the bow. And trying to force myself to be more reliant upon it. Don't expect to see the moose back in Coastal Highway anytime soon, but I might dig out the rifle at that point. Maybe if we were in, Timberwolf Mountain or something. Just to ensure that I'm going to take care of it quickly. Especially if, like, maybe the weather's changing, whatever. But we got through it when we were Forsaken Airfield. It wasn't the best hunt I've seen by any stretch of the means. It had its flaws. But we didn't get stomped, and we walked away with the victory, and I'm going to call that good enough. All right. Put that away.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Not yet. Let's use the community lantern. How much coal do we have on us? At 8. No need to pick up coal. I will say one thing as regarding the bow itself, and that is that I noticed that because I've been forcing myself to use it more here, when I started playing that non-recorded interloper run, my confidence is definitely showing because I just do the same thing with the wolves there that I do here. If they're in the way and I need to dispatch them, I just do the same thing. Just repeat the scenario. And I've been lucky so far, but I don't feel like it's luck as much as it's just knowing what I need to do. I need to make sure I'm not in a tough situation. I've got room and ground to fight back, and it's been kind of fun to play that. I still think if something happens to Grimloper, if I get a point where I feel like there's nothing left to prove with that one, because it is kind of a proof of concept that, can you make it with the passive wildlife and the really bad weather. Like to try something like the Nogoa Light or some kind of interloper run. All right. Gonna attract everybody for miles. Drink. Do we need anything to eat? Hey, what? Eat one of those. We got a ton of it. We've been carrying it around. All right. Got the right arrows. Yep. Got an arrowhead on it. I guess the closest thing I have to a interloper run would be the hand luggage run. Because that one essentially is interloper. The biggest issue with that one is the restrictions on what you can travel with. Uh-oh. Go quickly, Astrid. That was that fake ptarmigan sound. Because there are no ptarmigans on the coast. But you could hear it in the background. You may not have heard it, but I heard it in the headphones. That's why I looked that way. We got plenty. Like I said, if we get a blizzard day and we're stuck here, we will be plucking some feathers. In fact, a couple of the more popular things going on. It's changed a bit here just recently, because there's a tournament running right now. I think it's called Fury Then Silence, and it's kind of a hunting tournament. You get points for everything you hunt, rabbits and ptarmigans and such deer. And I think there's a time limit on it, so getting a bow quickly and all that add up, but then you need to attack every rabbit you see with a rock, add points up, and that's been a busy one. But the one that just before that tournament started, a lot of people were playing the like outer Nogoa or Nogoa and what have you. And I saw even as part of this tournament they had Nogoa Light, and I know Piccolo's been playing that, and I'd like to try that. I think with all the Dead World experience and the cold, Grimloper's got some cold weather too. And the only healing you get is from, I think, stems and birch bark. So, that would be an interesting challenge. I'm kind of used to fighting the cold. I don't know if I'd want to try to do an outer excursion just yet. Maybe outer interloper would be an interesting one to try. And even then, I don't know that I would do like the purest one where it's like you can't be in any interior areas. All right, Sutherland. Time to trade. It's early enough in the day. We might be able to get back and get us some ptarmigans harvested. Because all we can do is wait. The weather should technically change. See if we draw any interest. I don't know how many wolves are still available. I think we dispatched most of them. Even the bear isn't back yet. At some point we'll get them all back. Campfire from one of them. Alright. Let's head home, Astrid. We got a whole bunch of ptarmigans to harvest. And then we'll turn the meat into broth. And then we'll have broth ready to make fancy stews. We still have fish out here? We do still have fish out here. I don't have any. Thought if I had some tinder, I would just add to my little lizard line here. Yeah, I don't think our wolves have responded at all. There's no noise. One deer. Maybe on the far end there. Like maybe one right there. What's funny is that he looks like he's like really into something. Like I'm wondering if he's following my scent. Nope, he turned around. Well, we'll know soon enough here in a minute if any of them came back over here. Come at this at a wide angle in case something... Oh, there's a deer over here. Oh, you scared the hell out of me. I heard you moving. All right. Oh, we got plenty of salt. In fact, I think there's salt in here, right? Yeah, okay. We got lots of daylight left. Let's go ahead and... Say what? Harvest? Get some of our feathers back. Still like to make a couple of arrows before we leave. Got one arrowhead. I don't know if we've got any extras here. Gonna need to think about making a bow sometime in the future. Now, let's start the process. 2 hours, 60 minutes. 2 hours, 13 minutes. We have a knife. There we go. What does a knife do for us? An hour, 30 minutes. 2 hours, 16 minutes. Okay, so this is quicker. Right, go. We got to do this anyway, so. Really? That was a big yawn. We got ammo there. What do we got in here? Okay. Number 1 is done. Move on to number 2. We'll just keep doing this till the Aurora hits. I think it should hit. We got a trade active. And then we'll use the ptarmigan meat to make broth. Can we still harvest? Let's see if we can do it. I don't know that we can use the tools. Nope, I guess we can. There it is.
I'm gonna need
Okay.
to rest soon.
All right. Let's talk to him. Let's try to get... Can we reach... See, cannot reach that from over here. That's so bizarre why they make you walk over here.
Well, the lights are out, so I figured you'd be on the air.
Beep, beep.
Moving out.
Okay. So, let's go put our feathers away.
I could eat anything.
Yeah, I guess you are hungry, aren't you? You know what? Just eat this cured meat. That's good enough. Get a drink. I'm gonna crouch just in case. Should be relatively safe here. The lights, but drop that there. And let's not foolishly carry around the ptarmigans in the Aurora. Big sparks? We get any big sparks? No. There it is. See what kind of goodies we get with this trade. Would eventually like to trade with him for some of the more unusual stuff. You know, maybe like the wolf pants or something along that lines. Make some of these other clothing pieces. I mean, really don't need too much more warmth. We've managed to salvage a lot of that with what we have. We've never been super cold. But I think if we could pick up even a couple more degrees, then we pretty much walk in a blizzard and stay warm. But, alright, looks like we got enough time to get this trade completed. And then hopefully we can get back. Yeah, it's early enough. Let's hope this Aurora isn't too short. Hopefully we can get back and get the next mission. And I think at that point we're going to have to find a save point. And we'll have to tackle that mission on the next episode. Ooh, arrowheads. We were just talking about that. Very good. Thank you, Sutherland. Okay, so let's go initiate this next trade. And then, I'm going to look and see how many feathers we need in order to get the ptarmigan, well, for the bed. And how many ptarmigan feathers we need to do the bearskin bed. And see if we've gotten enough harvested or not. If not, I'll harvest the rest of those deals tonight when we got light. Then sleep, and that'll be our save point. Then that way in the next episode we're not worried about harvesting. We can leave those ptarmigans out in the ice and cook them up into broth when we're back in town. That way we're rested and ready to go. And we can head out to Bleak Inlet. Maybe make some arrowheads. I don't know. We got the arrowheads now to make a couple more. I wouldn't mind 2 more. But I don't want to take forever. I mean, we should have the tools to get it done in an hour and a half, so shouldn't take too long. But we are going to go into Timberwolf territory, so, and I am going to go without the pistol. So we're going to have to rely on flares and fire. And our bow. I'm hoping I don't have to use the bow. I'm hoping we can just...
I can lay down and have a little sleep right here.
Okay. Not advisable, but, you know, if you want to lay down here and go to sleep. I love this new lighting effect they did with this sign, this neon sign, being so bright and everything. And I really kind of think it's going to lead into what we're going to see when we get to Black Frost. I think some of the lights are going to be really, really intense. I think that's why the piles of TVs and stuff are all outside, because I think it's just driving everybody crazy. All right. Let's go say hi to Sutherland again here.
Pick up already.
Pick up already. Can't stand you, but I can't stand not talking to you.
Bargain or bail, friend. I ain't got all day.
See? He doesn't want to talk to you, but he wants to talk to you.
Now, these papers you found. Looks like Wyatt's handwriting, but, these schematics show how he did it. How the bunkers work and how they keep people safe inside. Explosives. Not really Wyatt's style, but his crew were pushing for it. And pushing him. Maniacs, all of them. Yeah, I remember there was some big problem they ran into with the hatches. They were yelling and screaming about it. Now, when was that? I can't seem to keep track of things right now. Things are fading in and out, like an old radio. Don't matter. Now, there's one more bunker to check. The conspiracy nut. I'm not sure why Wyatt kept him around, but he did. It all depends on what you need.
Cereal. That's what we need. Cereal. Manufactured arrow. What does that cost? 2 cured hides. We've got that. Wow, ptarmigan feathers. We might have some excess of that. That might be worth having. Thick wool sweater. Work boots. All right. We just want this. Don't wait.
Shoving off.
Okay. So we should have an active trade. Let's make sure before we go ruining the day. All right, we have an active trade. All right. Where's the furniture bench? quilted bed. There she is. We need 16. Okay. How many did we get? We got exactly 16. So, okay, we don't need to worry about doing any more of that. Those things can sit outside. If we need to trade in feathers, we'll have excess. And then when we go to any of these other places, we'll make sure we hunt a few more, seeing how we have the means. All right, so now, go ahead and eat this up. Let's get a drink. All right, Astrid, time for bed. Let's go down for 10. See you in the morning. And there we are. Okay. This is where we'll leave it. And so in the next episode, we'll pick this up. We'll probably sleep for another hour or two. I'll just make sure she's got food and water before we do that. And then we'll grab a few more pieces of cured meat and we will head out to the ravine and head to Bleak. We'll go from there. Hopefully we find it. That'd be nice. But if not, we're going to be going on a little longer adventure and we'll cross those roads when we get there. So anyway, thank you very much for watching and for taking the time to subscribe. We just, as the day I'm recording this, cracked 500 subscribers, which in YouTube world is a little bit of a milestone because at that point you can actually request monetization. And although we're still 500 away from actually getting anything of that benefit, it's the first step. And thank everybody for subscribing to the channel if you have. It does mean a lot to me. I do appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.